Good morning. I remember it must have been 15 years ago, or maybe more, long before I started making videos. I was talking to my father, and we talked about a certain faith. And I said, I'm going to read the book. Well, they have a book, right? And I'm going to read it. And he looked sort of bewildered. And he said, why? Why are you going to read that book? I said, I want to know. There's a lot of rumors about this faith, and some say it's very good, some say it's very bad, and I want to see for myself. So that's what I did. Now, I didn't read the whole thing, but I remember having a conversation with my father again. See, because I read this, that according to this book, it's perfectly fine for people of a certain faith that if you don't believe what they believe, it's perfectly fine to kill you. And so that's what I read. Right? It's right there in the book, in several places actually. You will find this, or something very similar. So then I talked to my father again. And I said, what I found in this book? I found this thing. And I remember this so well. What I think about people is like, that doesn't sound very good, but I'm sure it's okay. This is what people... This is how they reason, I think. There's so many of us now in this society, in this country. There's so many of us, and we will not accept this, of course. And then these people of a certain faith started to come into the country in high numbers, and that part of the population grew. Right? But I think still people say, well, there's so many of us, right? And this idea of killing people, people are starting to understand that it actually exists. You see, people of a certain faith, they have this idea. It's in the book. Right? But I think this is how sheep respond to a threat like this. There will be people like myself who will warn you about it. Look, this is in the book, right? But most people act like sheep. They say, well, we are in this flock, right? And we are perfectly fine. Nothing's going to happen, you see. But as this part of the population is growing, the threat is becoming more and more severe, of course. I wonder where that point is when people realize that this is really a threat, a big threat. Maybe we are getting there, or we are getting there soon, maybe. Because you see things changing, right? But it's changing sort of slowly. I saw this thing from Paris. I wrote it down. It's every year in Paris there's this big celebration, New Year's Eve concert on the Champs-Élysées, that big, beautiful street in Paris. But this year they cancelled the whole thing. Hundreds of thousands of people come there, right? But now it's cancelled because of the threat. Terror, there's a risk, terror risk. So the authorities, they just cancelled it. Now I wonder when people will start to understand You know what I think? Most of the people will understand that there is a threat when it's too late. I'm sure about it, actually. So that's what's going to happen. Well, I don't like it, of course. Decent people will have to move if they want some peace, and people will have to start defending themselves. I can't see it, that this will be handled. The authorities will not do it. The politicians will not do it. So it will be up to the people to take care of things, right? But I think so. The average man will not react until it's too late. We see it now here in Sweden. People are starting to, they become aware of it, at least, that there is a threat. I'm perfectly fine with immigration, absolutely fine. See, we have lots of immigrants here in Sweden, of course. Great, good people from Greece early on, Finland, Chile. See, lots of people came here, working great. It's just that religion, that faith. Well, it doesn't work. You look at these people. Well, let's invite these people. Well, they will kill you, maybe. If you don't believe what they believe, they might kill you. Well, just get lots of them here. Crazy, isn't it? I want to tell you, I was watching a movie yesterday. I watched this movie a long, long time ago. And I've been looking for it because I didn't see the whole movie, right? The last time. But now I saw the whole thing yesterday. It's one of the best movies that I know of, I think. It's a German movie made in 2006. It's called The Lives of Others. And it's about what happened in East Germany. It starts in 1984, actually. And it moves up to the wall falling down, right? It's a fantastic movie. And in this movie they talk about suicides in East Germany. Lots of people committed suicide in East Germany. And the authorities stopped reporting it, according to the movie. And I also checked it. It turns out to be true. The authorities in East Germany, they stopped reporting suicides because it wasn't good, of course. They had this image of this country being fantastic and all the people were so happy. And, with socialism, worked so well. So they stopped reporting it because there were so many. And there was also mention in the movie that they just stopped counting, And maybe this is true, I'm not sure about this. They just stopped counting. And I was thinking about what's going on now, where the authorities in some countries, in England for instance, they are not very happy to report deaths anymore, are they? People dying. And fertility. Well, they are still reporting it, but I was wondering, maybe soon they will stop reporting how many children are born in the country. I'm getting this information soon, of course, because we are at the end of this year. Because the number of children born in Sweden dropped dramatically in 2022, and it just keeps going down. And I think it's going to be the same for 2025. But maybe they will just stop talking about it. We don't want to know anymore, or we will not tell you. Well, we will not tell the people anymore. Right? It's sickening what they are doing, of course. It's just terrible that we have these bureaucrats and politicians managing our nations. It's crazy. We should get rid of them, all of them. So I really recommend this movie, The Lives of Others. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend it. German movie from 2006. All right. Be good.